This video is presented by EA Game Changers.
Getting user picks is the top of the mountain of goals we want when we use a controller defender. There's nothing better than you running over there, hitting catch, and hopefully pick six in your buddy's terrible read. But slowing things down and realizing how majority of them happen to put yourself in the best spots over and over again while not messing up your defense is important as well. So for this video, I'm going to go over a few tips to help you become a lockdown linebacker in Madden 19. And EA covered our accommodations to allow us to bring you this exclusive Madden 19 content. So alright, let's do it.
Sports Gamers Online is the #1 source for the sports gamer.
When I first started playing Madden Online, I initially used it to safety, and I was trying my best to imitate Ed Reed and jump everything in sight, screw whatever my assignment was. Now I would get a few picks here and there, but I quickly realized I will also give up 30, 40-yard plays on the regular because of this. And just playing the deep blue safety every play and protect the deep ball is no fun, so I moved to linebacker and realized, well, yes, I'm closer to the action, the same rules still apply. Your zone is your zone, and there are route concepts designed to attack your zone. They usually involve a drag, slant, or in route in the hopes you go for that 5-yard route, so you'll give up this 15-yard pass right over your head. The moment I realized I was getting attacked for my aggressiveness, I sat back, went okay, and realized what's really going on here. Then I settled on, okay, there are a few acceptable times when it's okay to go for broke on a short route as a linebacker. One was if I have a safety rotating down or a linebacker coming over, he's going to the area I will be leaving, so it's okay then. Or the most important one is when I know I dialed up a blitz or the quarterback is under pressure from my defensive line. Because at that point he'll either get sacked or have enough time to make one read and throw. And as everybody knows, this is when a lot of interceptions happen. If the user throws to the post route and I'm covering something underneath, fine, good one. But it's better for that to have been his one read, because if he guessed wrong, there's a good chance he's throwing to the closest guy towards him, which is the guy I'm running towards. Opposed to him seeing me try to jump something and then he has enough time to go to his next read for a big gain. Not selling out on short routes, so you're still aware of any deep threats. You will be surprised how many people will throw it directly to you because they didn't really expect you to be there. So don't fall victim to the shenanigans unless the situation calls for it. Next is learning how to bait quarterbacks and trusting your computer AI teammates. So instead of jumping everything, you want to start learning how to bait the quarterback into bad throws, which basically means act like you're covering one thing, then switch to another. This is the only situation besides under pressure throws where you can grab a lot of interceptions, and sometimes they can happen on the same play. It's effective because if the quarterback throws to the guy you're running towards, before you get there, you're already closing the distance to make the tackle. And the other reason is you can bait the quarterback into thinking you're going one way when you instead double back elsewhere, and the quarterback basically throws it right to you. And if they don't throw it, once you double back to cover another guy, I've had a lot of success with just trusting the rest of the defenders, and if I see the receiver's about to run into a teammate zone, I'll just pass him off to him to cover elsewhere, as if I'm the computer myself, so you avoid having two guys in one area. And it doesn't just have to be after you try to bait somebody. For me personally, I just never want to be too far out of my assigned zone. You see the linebacker takes the drag, then drops back to cover the curl and passes the route off to the sideline defender. This one, the rotating safety, comes down to defend the deeper receiver who you think he's going to cover. So you trust that he has him, even though, like I said, he didn't really cover the guy, he's wide open. So you're free to cover the drag, and the quarterback ends up getting sacked because of it. On this one, you pick up the open drag and pass the dig route off to another defender to pick up. And the linebacker then passes that route off to the sideline defender as he was going to pick up the guy coming across the middle. And this year, a lot was done to make it harder to use consistently. It's much harder to follow a faster receiver as a linebacker, and it gets worse the slower your linebacker is, which is how it should be. So it's important for you to know the correct angle to take against receivers to have a chance. You have to begin to take smarter paths to the receiver to have a chance at breaking up some passes. And if you feel like you can't make it in time, develop the habit of hitting L1 or L2 if you're on Xbox to begin to start swatting the high passes that could be a problem this year. Also, with the overhaul of all the new hit stick animations and the ability for us to now be able to hit stick receivers during the catch, The hit stick becomes an even bigger weapon for us in a passing game to run around and cause havoc with, so don't be shy to attempt to deliver some hard hits to pry the ball loose from your opponent's hands. And lastly, but what was the most important to me was how my defender would move against route runners, and more specifically how I defended the inside routes closest to me, which most of the time are run by tight ends. So it was important that I learn how to strafe, because unless it's a slant, zig, or drag, the inside receiver's route will always begin going up the field for about 5 yards, then breaking whichever direction he chooses. So I found it always better to begin to play strafing, so I will be in proper stance to prepare for which way the receiver breaks. Then use the strafe burst, which you can activate by releasing the strafe button and hitting R2 or RT to accelerate. So if you got a hunch on where the receiver is about to cut, this makes jumping passes even better now. Like you see the defender is strafing back to try and match the receiver, then as soon as he breaks, so do you, to get the angle on the receiver and the quarterback shall he throw to him. Whenever I wouldn't strafe and just run around, it was way easier to lose the receiver once he made his move, especially if he is a decent route runner. So by strafing until it's time to put on the burners, you're guaranteed to be in solid position to react to anything. Sorry sports gamers, for those new or wanting to improve their usability on defense, I hope this video helps you out during the Madden 19 season. And make sure to subscribe here at Sports Gamers Online for more videos like this one if you liked it. And once you're with us, hit that bell icon at the bottom so you don't miss anything we put out. I'm Chris, thank y'all for watching, and be good y'all.
To the tune till I'm dead. Don't want